So hey there guys, Erin here again, another keto guide. This guide is going to be about portion control on keto. So just to get some business done first, please vote in this video's poll because that does give me the information I need when trying to determine what videos you guys want to see next on this channel. And if there is a topic you want me to go over that is not in the poll, go ahead and comment below because I will take that into consideration when creating the next poll or even when creating the next video, because if it's got a lot of topic and discussion about it, then I know you guys really want to hear about it. Portion control on keto. So if you are doing keto and you're using something like a tracking app or you're writing it down and you're measuring everything out, you really do not need to worry about portion control because you're already tracking everything. So you're already mindful of your portions for the day. So no, you don't need to worry about portion control if you are tracking. If you are like me and you do more of the intuitive, lazy style, you kind of have to be mindful of what it is you're eating each day. And for me, the two things that I focus on are my calories, both my low number of calories that I need in a day and my high number of calories that I need in a day, as well as my total carbs because I want to stay in ketosis. So that's something I need to be mindful of, and those portions I need to be mindful of. For both those kind of ways of doing it, tracking, not tracking, you still need to sit down and calculate out your macros. So my advice for calculating your macros is to find a good calculator. And there are 5 things every calculator needs to have, and that is your height, your weight, your gender, your age, and your activity level. Those things really matter, and they should take into account what kind of person you are. The 6th magical one, and not a lot of calculators include this, so sometimes you have to do a little bit of digging, is your body fat percentage. When you add body fat percentage in there, it gives a better indication of what your body composition actually is. Your height and your weight and your gender and all that could give an indication of what your BMI is, but we all know that BMI is not a good indication of what the body composition actually is. So body fat percentage will do a better job of giving that information. You can get your body fat percentage from certain scales, or you can get it taken professionally, which is expensive, or you can also use pictures to kind of determine what range you think you are in. I use my bathroom scale to determine what my personal body fat percentage is. So when I'm going to go to calculate, I will also set my activity level at sedentary. Now this is personal for me because 90% of the day I'm sitting on my butt. I'm sitting on my butt commuting into work, at work, commuting home from work. In the evenings I watch Netflix with my husband, so I'm just sitting around all day long. Even though I'm somebody that works out very hard every single day of the week, I am still sitting on my butt majority of the day. So that is why I go about calculating my macros based on a sedentary lifestyle. So once I've got that all calculated and I've got my macros down, the thing that I do when I'm doing more of an intuitive or lazy style keto is I look at what my BMR is. And this is your basal metabolic rate. This number is your minimum needs for calories for each day. This number is what's needed in order to sustain your life. Even if you pick sedentary lifestyle, your calorie needs, or what's showing as your calories calculated, will be higher than that BMR number because you are still active in some way. Even if you're sedentary, that's still taking into account that you're getting up and walking to the bathroom, that you're getting up and doing things. The BMR is more based on if you just laid in bed all day. So after I've got my BMR figured out and what that low number is, I also try to keep in mind what my high calories are, how many calories I'm actually burning each day. And I do that through a heart rate monitor that I wear, an activity kind of monitor. It monitors the amount of activity I'm doing each day, and it monitors what my heart rate is throughout the day. So now I know what my high number is and what my low number is. So for me, my low number is again about 1180, and that's my BMR. And then my high number is 22 to 2500 calories based on my activity and how many calories I burn each day. So I've got that range to know how many calories I can have within each day. And I never hit it. Typically for me, I eat about 1300 to maybe 1400, maybe 1500 calories at the max each day. But for the most part, I'm right around like 1400 calories. So I never even hit that. Just eating a keto diet, I'm full and sustained, and I don't feel like I need to eat much more than that. The other thing that I try to track and keep in mind is the number of carbs. That way I stay in ketosis. So for me, the number of carbs that I can have per day is about 22 net carbs. So that's just to get to that 5% daily calories from carbohydrates number. I am somebody that does net carbs, so that's 22 net carbs. That's how I calculate it. And I get a lot of my carbs from things like vegetables, nuts, nut flours, and seeds even. So those are the main sources for carbohydrates for me. I really try to actually go after a decent amount of fiber within my diet, not a ton, but I try to make sure of the total carbs that I'm consuming within my meal. So not the net carbs, but the total carbs. At least half of that is fiber. And so I really just try to go after really high fiber carb options. Those are the two areas that I really only portion control, doing kind of more lazy intuitive keto. I want to make sure that I'm getting enough calories but not too many, and I want to make sure that I'm getting enough carbs so that I'm getting enough fiber but not too much carbs that I'm getting kicked out of ketosis. So those are really the only things I track. The other two areas, protein and fat, I make sure that I'm getting my fat from clean sources and that I'm getting enough within my meals. It only takes about a tablespoon of fat to add about 100 calories, so it's very easy to volumize the calories within my meals through fat and to get to that like 75%, 80% from fat per day that you need on keto. With protein, I just make sure that I'm eating at bare minimum 1 serving of protein at each meal, because I am now somebody who is at 2 meals per day. It is hard to get enough protein in, and I'm finding that to be one of the things I'm struggling the most with, is making sure that I'm getting enough protein in to each meal. So I am going after some more higher fat protein options when coming up with my meals. So doing this kind of more intuitive lazy keto, I have lost well over 30 pounds doing this, and I find that it's helped me to create more of a lifestyle where I can sustainably eat and naturally eat, listen to my body, do all of that without feeling like I have to track and portion and be like crazy about everything. It's just naturally given me the parameters to be more healthy and more aware of what I'm eating, but then also not so controlled by it. Keto has really helped to reshape a healthier relationship with food than I had before. I am naturally just full now, and so emotional or overeating behaviors no longer occur because of the natural parameters that fullness has put on me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it gave you some good information regarding the idea of, do you need a portion control on keto, and just my personal thoughts and opinions on that. So if you like this video and if you like keto guides, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. If there's a keto guide that you want me to go over, or if there's a topic that you want me to cover, be sure to comment below, and make sure that you're voting in this video's poll so that way I know what topic to go over next. So I hope everything is going good in your guys' world, and I will see you guys later. Bye!